us via Skype is the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Sunday Dare. The global world is suffering economically from the lockdown and the pandemic as a result of the coronavirus, which has also affected sport. What is the role of the sports ministry for the Nigerian athletes who can't compete during this period?
Well, thank you very much, Mian, for having me. I think that the COVID-19 pandemic has affected not the sport sector, but virtually every sector of human endeavor. And on the part of the sports industry has been hard hit. But of course, we've seen the massive responses that have come not just from the global sporting community, from the IOC to FIFA, La Liga, but of course, the Nigerian government through the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development has also responded. And I can quickly just outline what our response is. We realize the impact of COVID-19 on sporting activities. At the doorstep of the National Sports Festival, at the doorstep of the Tokyo 2020, COVID-19 came. We've had athletes who have over the years invested time, energy, and resources to prepare for these two major events and some other championships that will have built them up to the Olympics. They've been left without training. They've been left without a steady source of income. And we have responded on our part through setting up the Athletes Relief Fund for our athletes, particularly the athletes that are Olympic bound, those that have qualified, and those that have been adopted in our adoption campaign program but have not received their funds. Now, there's a criteria for getting the fund, but then we have 3 batches that will benefit from there. But beyond that, we've seen the response from FIFA. FIFA is working to send an amount of support fund to
the Nigerian Football Federation.
We've seen IOC. They have extended the period for the student scholarship. The refugee athlete scholarship has been extended, which a lot of our athletes benefit from.
Okay.
And we've also seen the World Athletics announced last week. They're setting up a 500 million athletes fund, which of course Nigeria will definitely benefit from.
Well,
so I think
Sports Minister, if I can just interject because of time, there are more than 30 sporting federations in the country. And if you take a look at them, the lockdown, the National Stadium is still on that lock and key, that of Lagos, I can confirm. And do you have fears that this could indeed affect the National Sports Festival and other sporting calendars this year?
Well, of course, the sporting calendar has been impacted already, not just Nigeria's sporting calendar, but the global sporting calendar. And you know, they plug into each other. Of course, we would love the National Sports Festival to still hold this year. And just like every other sector, we're playing it by ear to see when Nigeria is going to level up, get to that stage in which some of these activities and the gatherings can occur. So we're playing by ear. But we hope that before the year runs out, we can have a miniature National Sports Festival. Even if it's not, you know, the extensive 2 weeks, 14,000 athletes, we look at a moderation to see how it can be done. When you look at the EPL, La Liga, and other sporting regimes, you've seen them making adjustments to make sure that they adapt. In the COVID-19 world and the post-COVID-19 world, we have to adapt, evolve with new strategies, and administrators and also athletes will have to adapt.
There is no way we will not talk about Rashidi Yekini and his heroics for football, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa. On the 4th of May 2012, he passed on at the age of 48. And 8 years on, you know, we've been talking about the lifetime, you know, of a legend. What is your take on the man, Rashidi Yekini, especially his playing days?
You know, what really comes to my mind is how the Nigerian commentators love to describe him. They describe him as the gangling and deadly Rashidi Yekini, the African Footballer of the Year, who played 58 games for the national team and scored a record 38 goals, an unrivaled performance so far. And I think that 8 years down the road, we still recall his exploits on the field of play, not just in Nigeria, but across the world in 4 different countries. Rashid remains one of the greats, remains one of our best. And I think that this country will do well to make sure that he is immortalized. As the sports minister, conversation is going on to make sure that just like Oparaji, Rashidi Yekini will also get immortalized in several ways. I know quite a number of our sportsmen, some of them still alive. We want to make sure we remember them, and a grateful nation, on behalf of a grateful nation, see what we can do to them, from Christian Chukwu and a whole lot of others. A process is ongoing, and eventually the Nigerian government will come up, will respond to make sure that our sporting icons do not die before they get the recognition and the accolades that they deserve.
I must say thank you, Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare, for talking to us live on the news via Skype from the Federal Capital.